Hi, we're done with half-wave rectifier circuit and the full-wave rectifier circuit. But before we study the bridge-type rectifier circuit, why did I say that doping is a process that affects the world of electronics gigantically? Because with doping, diode was invented by producing the p-type and n-type material and separating these two, then we have a diode. But adding another material such as n-type, producing NPN transistor, and adding p-type material, producing PNP transistors. These are transistors, bipolar junction transistors. Okay? With these bipolar junction transistors, they develop different kinds of transistors with different applications, such as field effect transistors and more. And they have different applications in the field of electronics. These transistors are embedded in integrated circuit that we are using now. Okay? So, thousands of transistors with different circuit is embedded inside the integrated circuit. Before, we just have a one core, a single core, right? And then we have a dual core. Every core contains millions of transistors. Just imagine that. Okay? Now we have smartphones with octa-core more. Before, we have 1 MB memory. But this time, we have 1 gig, 1 terabyte memory. So imagine the effect of transistors. Imagine the effect of diodes. And these are from the invention of the p-type and the n-type material. And this p-type and n-type material is formed with the aid of doping process. So doping is where everything begins. It was John Fleming who invented the diode in 1900s. So it was John Fleming who invented this diode. So that's what diode is. That's what p-type and n-type material is. Okay? With this p-type and n-type material, diode was developed, and then transistors, and then from these transistors developed the integrated circuit. Okay, and integrated circuit from 1 MB to 1 gigabyte, and then now we have that 1 terabyte. That's how doping affected the world of electronics. Now, let us continue studying the bridge-type rectifier circuit. Bridge-type rectifier circuit is commonly used because it doesn't need a center tap transformer. Okay? We have here the input of the transformer. It has more winding. And then we have an iron core. And then the secondary winding. The primary winding is not physically connected to the secondary winding. It has something to do with the magnetic induction. With the aid of magnetic induction, the voltage from the primary is induced or transferred to the secondary winding. But there is no physical connection between the primary winding and the secondary winding. At the secondary winding, the output of the transformer is connected to a bridge-type rectifier circuit. What is bridge-type rectifier circuit? Bridge-type rectifier is composed of 4 diodes. Okay, we have your diode 1, diode 2, diode 3, and diode 4. How bridge-type rectifier diode rectify or converts alternating current to direct current. Okay, so during the positive half cycle of the input signal, we have here a positive, and in here we have negative. Okay, if this is positive, then diode 1 is in forward bias condition, while diode 4 is in reverse bias condition. Why? Because this is positive of the supply, and this is the negative of diode 4. It is in reverse bias. This is positive, and this is the positive of diode 1, the anode of the diode. Therefore, diode 1 is in forward bias condition. Therefore, the current can flow here and then to the load, and then in here and then here. Diode 4 is not allowing a flow of current, but in here, diode 2 is in forward bias condition. Why? Because we have here negative, and this is the negative or the cathode of diode 2. Therefore, diode 2 is in forward bias condition. Therefore, in here, the current will flow and then to the secondary winding of the transformer. We have a closed loop, therefore we have an output. And then, during the negative half cycle of the input signal, this is now negative and this is positive. It alters. So, if this is negative now, diode 1 is in reverse bias condition. But diode 4 is in forward bias condition. This is negative and this is the negative of diode 4. So current will flow here and then in here and then in here to the load. And from here, diode 3 is in forward bias. Why? Because this is now positive. Positive, and then this is the cathode of diode 2. It is in reverse bias. But diode 3 is in forward bias condition. Therefore, the current will flow at the diode 3 and then to the secondary winding of the transformer. So we have now an output. Okay? So bridge type rectifier circuit is utilizing the positive half cycle and the negative half cycle of the input signal. If we're going to consider a continuous input, then we'll be producing a pulsating DC. Okay? So we're not including capacitor here. Capacitor is a filter. Okay? So it filters the ripple voltage in a pulsating DC. But capacitor is another topic to discuss. Okay? So this is more efficient because it is not using the center tap transformer. I hope you can follow. So we're done with bridge type rectifier diode. Diode is produced by combining the P-type and the N-type material separated by the PN junction. What if we add another material? We have NPN or PNP material. These are transistors. Do you want to know about transistors? Please share and subscribe.